I don't know how you describe paradise, but that's pretty close.
The Panama Canal was built between 1904 and 1914 and became a funnel of world trade.
The Canal Zone was a unique section of American life in the country of Panama. Back in 1998, we were concerned that nobody was going to preserve our history. We wanted to preserve that history as well as the United States presence in Panama. We call it the American era of Panama. And so in 1998, just before the Panama Canal was transferred to Panama, we formed the museum. Our objective is to preserve the history of the United States in Panama during the 20th century, as well as to preserve the unique lifestyle of the people who worked and lived in the Canal Zone. They're called Zonians. And the collection still keeps growing because we have a lot of people who still donate items. They clean out their attics, and all of a sudden there's a new supply of inventory for the collection.
The collection moved to the University of Florida in 2012 from Seminole, Florida, where it had started in 1998. But even before 2012, we had started transferring some items where we had duplicates down there or where University of Florida really wanted to have the things as soon as possible.
The Panama Canal Museum collection is an archival collection held here in our Special Collections Library that preserves the history of the American era of the Panama Canal, which is from about 1904 to 1999. We do one exhibit a year, which opens every year during our annual spring luncheon. Our exhibits are open to the public and free. We have documents, photographs, objects, and we specialize in things that have to do with the lives of the people that actually lived in what was called the Canal Zone. Getting to see these amazing pieces of history, albeit a photograph of something that took place, a historical moment, or to hold pieces of history, dynamite tube from the construction of the canal.
We preserve these materials so that people can conduct research on the Panama Canal. We teach classes, curate exhibits, help researchers who are doing research, and raise awareness about the history of the canal. But a lot of our questions more and more are just what was life like for the people who lived and worked at the canal, and that's actually a real strength of our collection is we document the daily lives and the experiences of the people who were there.
The Friends organization is like a support group of the Panama Canal Museum collection here at the University of Florida.
We benefit greatly from the support and guidance we receive from our Friends group, primarily because many of them lived and worked at the canal. I'm constantly amazed at their passion and their dedication.
In addition to helping us with the initial establishing of the gallery, they help us when we're working on exhibits. So they help us with their expertise in information. When we're doing research, they help us assign interesting exhibit topics, and they also, of course, donate materials for us to put in the cases. Our exhibits are successful in great part to their dedication and their commitment to sharing the history of the Panama Canal.
We do fundraising throughout the year. We're always doing fundraising because it's such an enormous collection, complex collection. It requires funds to help manage it properly. When we acquired the collection in 2012, it came with 20,000 objects. Since that time, we have doubled the size of the collection.
We have a silent auction every year at our Panama Canal Society reunion in July in Orlando, and we raise between 10 and 13,000 every year. Then the university has a fall campaign to match those funds. Last year we had 13,000 from the auction. The matching campaign generated 18,000.
Between the auction and the annual cruise, we've managed to contribute to the collection more than $60,000 in the last 5 years.
The Friends group is open to anyone and everyone. It's very inexpensive, $26 a year is all it takes to be a Friends member. We have various levels, and we of course hope people sign up as a member at higher levels, but we really wanted to set a very low minimum rate so that we could attract as many members as we could.
Well, there's two ways to join the Friends. You can become a member of the Friends by simply donating a minimum of $26 a year. That's just the membership fee. The other way to do it is become a member of the executive board, which Kathy and I and about 12 other former residents of the Canal Zone are members, but you don't have to be a resident of the Canal Zone. You can join if you're interested in preserving the history of the United States and Panama.
We have a really wonderful working relationship with the friend group, which comprised largely of people that actually lived or worked on the Panama Canal. To see their children or grandchildren get involved and become invested and interested in this history would be really wonderful. We have a lot of scholars and students that do come and utilize the material, but anyone that's part of the public can come in and look at the materials anytime they want in our grand reading room, which is a lovely place to study.
The collection is open to anyone and everyone. We also have digitized a lot of the materials in the collection, and they're accessible freely online. Go to our website, which is pcmc.uflib.ufl.edu. We also have an extensive oral history collection in which we have documented the memories and stories of individuals, and all of that is accessible from the website.
Working with the university has been a real pleasure. They're probably as excited about our collection as we are. I know they're putting their heart into it, and it's really been an experience working with them. People are welcome to come. You can make an appointment with John Nemmers or Betsy Bemis and come visit.
Oftentimes when we lose connection to older generations, things might end up in the trash or get given away, and rather than that, I'd love for people to know that we're here to preserve their history.